So earlier this spring, I harvested my first crop of broccoli, and this is what I was left with, a huge bin of broccoli leaves destined for the compost bin. So I posted this picture on Facebook and people freaked when I told them what I was gonna do with them. I told them I was gonna eat them. Why? Because not only are broccoli leaves edible, but they're delicious and have just as much and sometimes more fiber and vitamins than their brassica and green cousins like kale, collards, cabbage, and even the broccoli floret itself. In fact, I love broccoli leaves so much, I'll probably be reducing the size of my kale bed next year, which helps me make room for more crops. Hi guys, I'm April from Resprout. Last year I harvested 632 pounds of food from my suburban front yard, and this year I'm aiming for 1,000. Hopefully today's broccoli leaf harvest will get me a little closer to that today. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your broccoli crop by going over 5 of my top tips for harvesting and using broccoli leaves. Cabbage worms are disgusting. If finding worms in your dinner weirds you out as much as it does me, you have got to conquer the cabbage worm if you plan on eating the leaves. This is especially true if you plan on eating them raw for salad, because I found even with a good salad spinner and judicious rinsing, the suckers don't always come off. Cabbage worms are actually the larva of the beautiful but evil cabbage moth. So if you see these guys fluttering around your garden, get prepared. You can tell you might have a cabbage worm problem if you see a lot of holes in your broccoli leaves. You can also spot the small larva on the underside of the leaf if you look hard. I use a Bacillus thuringiensis spray, more commonly called BT, probably because people are like me and can't pronounce it. BT is rated for organic gardens. I spray this once every 2 to 3 weeks, and this usually takes care of them. If you have another control method that works for you, or if you actually know how to pronounce that, let me know in the comments below. I've tried row covers and other methods in the past, but this is the only one that worked decently for me. The time of day you harvest the broccoli leaves makes a big difference in the quality of the greens. Broccoli leaves are a cold weather crop, and just like lettuce, kale, and other greens, they will wilt in hot weather or even in direct sunshine on moderately warm days. So the best time to harvest will be first thing in the morning or in the evening when they're nice and perky. Or if it's a cool day, you're good to harvest all day. It's a little counterintuitive, but the best way to quickly pull a leaf off a broccoli plant is to push down first to break it off the stem and then pull it off. So push down, pull off. Broccoli is just like kale. It sends up new, fresh leaves at the top, and the older, lower leaves get bigger, change color and lose their blue color, and eventually turn yellow and fall off. So the trick is to harvest them at the right time in this life cycle. The yellow ones I pull off in compost. My garden is in the front yard, and I try to keep it looking neighbor-friendly, but if keeping it looking tidy doesn't matter for your garden, you can always just let them fall off on their own, and they'll create a nice mulch underneath. These dark green ones with the brown edges are super old and tough. Ask me how I know this. I'm not too interested in eating these. I leave these on to continue collecting sunshine for the broccoli. These big blue ones are great for cooking greens. So anytime you would use kale or collard greens or cabbage in a recipe, these work really great. If you shred them up fine, they also work great for a salad if you don't mind chewing a bit. These smaller blue ones are perfect for traditional salads. Use these anywhere you would use baby kale or mature spinach or lettuce. If you have a great recipe for broccoli leaves or greens, let us all know in the comments below. These are the young new leaves at the top. I let these keep growing so that they can keep fueling the broccoli plants. While we're on the topic of leaving leaves, I said leaving leaves. Because we don't want to disrupt all that yummy goodness of the broccoli florets coming down the pipe soon, try not to take more than 50% of the leaves from any one plant. If you've left the old dark green leaves with the brown edges and the new young leaves and a portion of the blue leaves, you'll be perfectly fine. If this video helped you out, give me a thumbs up and let me know how your broccoli leaf harvest went in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more garden tips and tutorials, and if you know anybody who would love this video, definitely share it with them. And I would love to stay in touch with you guys, so make sure you sign up for my email newsletter. Keep gardening like a boss, and I'll see you guys soon.